a lot of people I come across and heard, they do think that if you just sit and meditate or just go within, then that's all you need to do. But this is a projection, and it's a projection from somewhere. So this projection is an open book of the inner us, individually and collectively. So what we play out in this experience says everything about our state of being. And you can say go within, and you can use it as an excuse to not go without. And you could go within, always I go within and I meditate. Okay, so what's happening in the projection as a result of what you're doing? The only projection that you're affecting is you sitting cross-legged in the corner. What else is changing? Yes, of course, you can change things vibrationally to an extent, but, you know, what is happening in the world is saying what's happening in us, and we kind of miss that connection. So if we're doing nothing to make a contribution to the kind of world we like to live in, then in the physical world, then that says something about the state of us within, that we're not doing that. I see so many excuses being made by people who have become to a certain extent aware of some of what's going on, so that they can justify to themselves why they're doing nothing. People say to me, you don't tell us what to do. And I think, well, actually, I talk about becoming conscious and all that stuff. I think, you know, that's a start. But it ain't for me to tell you what to do. Exactly. And if you think that I have to tell you what to do, then you're not listening. Because this is about taking power back to the point where we project, rather than looking out here at a done deal.
What they're doing is saying, how do we keep the little guy a little guy for the rest of his life and generations beyond? Let's give him stuff. If we give him stuff for free, he will be disempowered. This is why a guy who goes on welfare, his kids are on welfare and his kids' kids are on welfare. It's not complacency, it's lack of belief that they can do it on their own. When they believe that they need outside assistance, this is a disease of the mind that the power elite class know that they can put in you. It's called mysticism. It's the ability for you to believe that outside influences control your life. And you believe that you have no control and you have no power. You need help. If I can get you to believe that you need help, you're done.
The point isn't to instill fear, and the point isn't to make you upset, although it's good if you feel that, because otherwise you'll do nothing. You'll be the blind sheep, the sheeple, as David Icke calls you. And so the point is, and here's a big point, and I hope you listen carefully, none of this would happen if it were not for the victimization mentality of humanity that attracts the oppressors and the tyrants. You receive in life and create in life what you project out. The mind is everything. If you have fear and you feel like a victim, then you will be a victim. If you remove the victimization mentality, then none of this can happen. If tomorrow morning all 6.3 billion people on the world woke up and had eliminated their mind patterns of victimization, the Illuminati would go away. They would, because they would have no one to be oppressing. But that is not likely to happen. Is it possible? Yes, anything is possible. Is it likely? No. In fact, I don't think it will happen for quite a number of years. But you have to start somewhere. Each one of you is individually responsible for being part of the collective. And so if each one of you works on eliminating the victimization mentality, and you teach that to others, like the commercial says, and so on, eventually it will reach a critical mass, that will spill over to the others, and then this will come to an end. But that's up to each individual. You're not going to win with violence. You're not going to win with committing suicide. You're not going to win with fear. But you will win with analyzing who and what you are and becoming that.
It just means a choice right now between fear and love. Fear is the four-letter word that has controlled this planet and this human race for thousands of years. Love is the word that will set us free.